everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again today. If this is your first time being here, kindly hit the subscribe button. If you've been here a couple of times, thank you so much for joining me again. Please make sure you watch this video to the end. That will really mean a lot to me. Okay, today I'm here to talk about 4 things that brings confusion. I'm going to start by saying that I'm a huge fan of Joyce Meyer. In one of our podcasts titled A Peaceful Mind, she explained why people get confused, especially in the area of decision making. At one point or the other in our lives, we have to make decisions even as adults. And even as a leader, if you're a leader, you're an adult and everything, it all comes back to you to make decisions that's going to benefit you and also the people that are following you, your followers. And I'm going to go briefly to the 4 things that Joyce actually said that I wish, as I was listening to her, I just felt the need to bring it out here on this platform as well, just to share to my viewers. And our first point says lack of confidence to make decisions. This point actually brings confusion to people, and making no decision at all is a decision. So you just have to summon up the courage to make the decision. And our second point says listening to too many people. This is like my favorite, because each one of us have been guilty of this at one point or the other in our lives. When we go to this person, what do you think I should do about this? What do you think I should do about this? And the point is, even these people we are going to meet, of course we all have issues we are going through, and these people are just going to they're going to tell you what they think personally. When you get a personal view from this person, a personal view from that person, you're gonna get confused, and then you won't know who to go to or whose idea to follow. Some of us have actually been there, and God, I want to do something. Then you go to like 5, 6, 7 people asking for their opinion. There is no way confusion is not going to set in. So an advice, or let me say personal advice today, is just find 1 or 2 people that you trust their judgment. Make sure these people, they have more experience than you. They are physically, spiritually, mentally, intellectually mature than you. You trust their judgment, and you know that whatever it is they bring to you is something you can go through. Of course, they can't force you to go by what they tell you, but then they can guide you through making the right decisions. And then the third thing that brings confusion is not making decisions because of the fear of making a mistake. We are humans. Everyone is prone to making mistakes. Ask anyone that has climbed up the ladder in life. They are going to tell you of some mistakes, some past mistakes that they did when they were young, even some when they were old. So you must not be scared. First of all, you must allay that fears. You must get rid of the fear of making a mistake, and because this actually brings confusion, especially into making a decision. And the 4th thing that brings confusion is excessive reasoning. When you reason too much, you think I'm so guilty of this. Sometimes when I want to think of what to eat, should I eat beans? Should I order it? Okay, if I'm going to order, what should I order? Should I order pizza? Is it burger? I will think, and sometimes I think, and then the desire to eat goes away because I'm so confused. Anyway, that's just by the way. But excessive reasoning brings confusion. When you think too much about it, you're gonna get confused. A way to actually combat this excessive reasoning is just get quiet in your inner mind. Let your mind be quiet. Get quiet, then listen to what your head is saying, listen to what your heart is saying, and take the right decision. Because if you think too much, that is why it's called excessive reasoning. This brings confusion. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I hope you've learned a thing or 2 from this. Kindly like, kindly comment, just drop a comment and share. And if you're not subscribed, please kindly do so. Thank you so much. You are welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I know I said I was going to drop a video talking about emotional intelligence, but I just felt the need to post this video because of the love that is in the air, and it's Valentine's season, and a lot of we all know how these things go year by year. Today I'm here to talk about 5 signs that they really love you, and I'll be going briefly into that. The first one is they won't want to lose you. If someone really loves you like they proclaim to be, even if they do something wrong to you, they would want to do everything to make it up to you. They will ask you how they can make it up to you, and they will do it. Not just only ask you, they will also do it. The second sign that someone really loves you is they commend and support you in everything you do. Now, this doesn't leave the fact that they also call you out on your shortcomings. The fact that somebody comments and supports you 100% doesn't mean they can't also criticize you. It doesn't only mean that they can't bring you out on your shortcomings. Then the third sign that somebody loves you is they care about your mental, your emotional, and your social health. And they will do this by checking up on you, because they care about your mental health, they care about your emotional health, and they care about your social health as well. The fourth sign that somebody really loves you is that they won't always agree with everything you say or do. There will be times when they call you out by saying that, no, I don't agree with what you said about this. I don't agree, or I don't like what you did. This is not good enough. If you are in a relationship with somebody or you are friends with them and they are always agreeing with everything you say or do, you need to question that friendship and that relationship. The very last sign that I have here that somebody really loves you is that they will always suggest ways in which you can improve, whether in regards to work, in regards to school, in regards to skills, in regards to everything that you do, because they really care about your growth. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and follow me on my social media handles on Instagram and on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me again. If you've been here a couple of times, thank you so much. If this is your first time here, thank you so much as well. But make sure you subscribe. This is a special request from me to you. Kindly finish watching this video. It will mean a lot to me. Quickly, let's go to what I have for us today. Today I'm going to talk to us about 2 types of people in life. You either belong to one or the other. Now, who are these 2 types of people? We call them the investors or the gamblers. I'm just going to be giving us ways in which you can recognize these people. And if you fall into one of these kind of people, and then you know. Now, who are the investors? I would say the investors, or let me say the people that fall in this category, they are the kind of people that always do the right thing, whether it's the right time or not. They don't care whether it's the right time or it's the wrong time. They always do the right thing. The second way to recognize this kind of people is that they always believe there's a revenue for whatever they do. I mean, they see it as a seed. Whatever it is they do, they want to believe that there's a good thing coming from. Like, if they're going to save their money, they know they're saving it because they want to buy something, they want to go somewhere, they want to spend their money themselves. They're going to do something good for somebody, they know that there's something good coming out. Like, they invest. Yeah, because they just don't do anything. You just can't see them do anything anyhow. They invest whatever it is they do because they know there's a revenue, there's something good coming, at the end of the day. Now, this kind of people as well, they always put their best in everything they do. Everything they do, they put their best in it. Now, on the other side, who are the gamblers? These kind of people, they do whatever they want to do, whether it is right or it is not. They do it anyway. And then they do the right things only when it is convenient for them. You will see them talk like this. See, I cannot come and go and kill myself. See, this life, It is not you see them, you know, they used know that. And the third way to recognize this kind of people is they live life calling it fate. You see them say something like, see, if life throws you lemon, turn it to lemonade. They don't want to believe that you can actually walk out life to give you lemonade. Yes, you can. You know, it's not every time life throws you lemon. It's not every time life throws you whatever. Sometimes you have to do something so that life can throw you something good. It's not every time life throws us bad things, you know. So this kind of people, they don't believe in sowing good things, you know, to reap something. They just believe that whatever it is, they will take it like that. They do anything no matter what. I mean, notwithstanding the consequences, notwithstanding what's going to happen. It's just like, you know, the normal gamblers, when they gamble with their money, they throw in 20 rand, or what currency will I use? $20, 20 naira, 200 naira, any amount. They throw it in not knowing what is going to come out from it. And then they keep their fingers crossed. There are some people who live life like that. They just do things, you know. They don't make good decisions consciously. Many young people, or most young people, they are gamblers. And the most painful part about this is that most of us realize when it is too late. Most especially when we see our mates, you know, achieving a lot of good things, and then you be asking yourself, what was I doing when I was this age? What was I doing when I was this age? I'm so sorry to say, but there are a lot of old and, you know, older people in the older generation who actually look back and actually wish they had done some things. Yeah. So to the young people watching me, please make sure you don't become like one of those old people, you know, that look back when they were 20s, you know, and they regret most of the decisions that they made. I just want to chip in something one of my friends actually sent to me on the morning of the day I'm shooting this video, and I'm just going to quote him. I'm going to use most of his words. In your 20s, you don't need to be a millionaire. Now, what should you do? Because most of us, as we are young, I want to be rich, I want to buy this. It's good to have the millionaire mindset, but you don't have to like force it to come to you in your 20s. Now, what should you do in your 20s? Instead, build capacity. You'll be able to do a lot of things. Be versatile, be flexible, learn evolving skills. As we all know, the way the world is going in today, a lot of things are happening, a lot of rules, a lot of, you know, regulations, a lot of things are happening. You know, you should be able to evolve, you should be able to find your way in life. You need to develop your evolving skills. Then get educated. Get that degree, get that diploma, get that certificate, get anything you can. If you are able to get it, get educated, learn skills, know how to do stuff. You know, if there's somebody in your circle, there's somebody around you that can do something you are interested in, go to them, whether they are younger or older than you. Go to them, ask them for lessons, ask them to put you through that you are interested in doing. You know, learn different skills from different people that are very excellent in that field. Invest all you have on self-development. I can't overemphasize this a lot. Invest all you have on self-development is key. I mean, every young person out there should be striving, should be running, should be doing everything they can just to get self-developed. Now, this point I'm about saying is like my most favorite point that my friend actually put in that message. And it says, start a business and fail. There's nothing bad in starting something and then you realize it's not your part or you're not interested. There's nothing bad in you leaving it to start up something else. So start a business and fail. There's nothing. If the fear of failure is keeping you from starting something, you may never start anything. Yeah, we need to know that. So start a business and don't be so scared of failing. Yes, a lot of people up there, they have failed once or twice or thrice or 4 times. As long as possible, just keep trying until you get better in whatever it is you want to do. Now, don't chase money. Instead, what should you do? Be careful of who you allow into your circle in order to avoid peer pressure. A lot of people that are going through peer pressure today because they just know a lot of people, they have a lot of friends, unnecessary friends. I'm so sorry that there are some friends that are so unnecessary. You can't be friends with everyone. Yes, so in order to avoid peer pressure, choose carefully those you allow into your circle, because those you allow into your circle, they're going to influence you in every way possible. Those you allow into your inner circle, they will help you to build your wealth when you're in your 40s, when you're in your 50s, you know. Anyway, I have come to the end of today's talk. Thank you so much for, if you watch this into the end, I'm my favorite person. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. See you later. Okay, happy new year to everybody and to everyone who has subscribed. This is a kiss to all of you. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for always coming here to watch this girl talk. You know, it's a privilege. I'm honored. Are you somebody who can be sociable? I mean, you love going out, going to places, seeing new people, making friends. I mean, you're social. A lot of people know you. You know a lot of people, and some other parts of you also likes just staying at home. You know, they should just provide you with a laptop that has Wi-Fi access, that has Netflix or Showmax, or YouTube. If you enjoy watching videos there, or they should just give you a phone. I mean, your phone. You just leave with your phone and on a comfortable bed. If you are that kind of person, hallelujah, you just found a match, and that match is me. Okay, to some people, right? This is very personal. This is me talking. To some people, I am an extrovert because all of the times they have seen me, I am always talking. I am always going up and down. I'm always running up and down. Always organizing something. Always doing something. Always talking. And to some other people, I'm somebody that's so shy. Okay, I know those kind of people are very limited. The first impression I gave some people was this is very shy, collected, introvert, reserved girl that doesn't like talking a lot, and she doesn't want to be on her own, Yes, and it actually took me years to realize that it's actually not bad to have two sides. It's not bad to have an extrovert side and to have an introvert side. This kind of people are called the ambivert or an omnivert. Okay, who is an ambivert? Sorry, let me consult my book because I actually didn't make notes. Okay, an ambivert is somebody who has a balance of extrovert and introvert features in their personality. An omnivert, which I would say is synonymous to an ambivert, is someone who is an introvert and extrovert. I mean, this person can be extremely introverted when presented with situations they don't want to be. I mean, situations they want to be in or don't care about. And they can also be the life of the party. They can be all over the place when they're enjoying themselves. Okay, yes. And the day I realized I'm an ambivert, I was supposed to go out with my friends that day. I mean, we just supposed to meet up somewhere and just go somewhere. And just like an hour, is it even up to an hour, a few minutes to that, I was this close to changing my mind. I was like, I really don't feel like going. I mean, I just wish I can just stay in bed and just watch some movies and just, and it's not as if I'm not happy. It's not as if I won't be happy seeing my friends. It's not as if I'm moody or something just changed my mood. It's just a part of me coming up that, you can actually just stay at home more. Because to some people, I am everywhere, every time. But then there's another part of me that just like my bed. And I like sleeping. It's not bad. It doesn't mean you're lazy, Yeah, I wouldn't count myself as a lazy person. I mean, when it comes to being productive or using your brain or something, no. But then there's nothing bad in you liking sleep or liking your bed, And what are the signs that you're an ambivert? Number one, you are a good listener and a good communicator. Yeah, you can listen and you can communicate. I mean, you are very good in those two. It's possible. Yeah, it is very possible, because to some people, they'll be like, no, you are either a listener or a communicator. No, you can actually be both, because, I can be a good listener and I can be a good communicator. So I am a living witness to that. The second sign that you might be an ambivert is that you can regulate your behavior. In the sense that you can, just like I said, you can be very reserved and you can be all over the place when you need to be. That is called behavior regulation. I mean, it's not a thing of you are so curved up somewhere and they're trying to pull you out, like some introverts. Oh my God. Or you are just so extroverted, you're just everywhere, and then you start bothering people and people will, what will we do with this girl? No, I'm not saying that. I mean, it's very very good. I mean, I think everybody should know how to regulate their behavior. It is very good. Talk when you need to talk, listen when you need to listen, be quiet when you need to be quiet, you know, get involved when you need to get involved, be reserved when you need to be reserved. You know, it is a very good sign of somebody who is emotionally intelligent. And the third sign that you might be an ambivert is that you feel comfortable in social settings but also value your alone time. Hallelujah. You know, the reason why I'm bringing up this topic is because I am actually like telling, I mean, everybody viewing this video right now that I am an ambivert. And yes, and because, you know, I have taken time to like actually study myself and actually know that I can be this, I can be that, you know, and that's why I just need okay, I just feel like there are a lot of people can actually be this and actually be that as well. And to their friends, or let me say to people that don't understand them, it kind of feels like they're proud, you know, like this girl can too feel herself. No, that's not the case. You just need to understand when they're high there and also when they're low there. And when they're low there doesn't mean that they can be approachable or that they can be fun. They can actually be fun. I mean, I can actually be fun when I'm like that, but that doesn't mean that they can be high when they need to be high. And the fourth and the last sign that you might be an ambivert is that you are able to provide balance. Yeah, I think this also has to do with the behavior regulation that I spoke about. And the second point, you are able to balance your mood, you are able to balance your compulsion, you are able to balance the way you relate to people, and that is very good. I mean, I am still learning how to do that a lot, because when I am just so down, when I just need to be alone, I need to be alone, man. Like, I don't need disturbance. In fact, there are a lot of times when I don't pick calls because I just want to be alone. There is nothing bad in you not feeling like talking to somebody. Yes. Just sometimes I don't feel like talking to anybody. It's not because I'm not okay, but then everybody needs to know when to have their alone time. If you're this kind of person that, you know, takes out, gives out a lot of yourself, and you can't find the time to be alone to take in, then you are prone to breaking down. So everybody needs to find the time to, I mean, everybody needs their alone time. And in your alone time, you can decide, even if you live with somebody like I do, but that doesn't mean, even if you live with somebody like I do, it still doesn't mean that you can't have that time, you know, that you just need to be. Even your roommate, your housemate, your flatmate, they should be able to know that when Tolu is by herself, when Tolu is not talking the way she used to talk, it means that she wants to be alone. Like, let people know you for that. So it is a very good thing. Anyway, I hope you have learned a thing or two. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and tell me, yes, if you are watching this video till this present second, tell me what you think you are. If you think you're an extrovert, or you're an introvert, or you're an ambivert / omnivert. I'll be waiting to see your comment. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, you are welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you here. Thanks so much to all my subscribers, to all the viewers. I really do appreciate you. Last week I released 2 videos where I spoke about mental health, and I said I was going to continue with the topic emotional health, and that is what I'm here to talk to you about. Emotional health is about how we feel and also how we acknowledge our emotions as well as that of others. It doesn't necessarily mean being happy all the time. No, if you see someone that is always happy, I mean always happy, you are with that person 24/7 and you've never seen that person in their down moment, that person is a fake. No, you need to question that relationship that you have with that person, because nobody will be forever be high up there in their moods. There will always be a downtime in everybody's mood. So emotional health is not necessarily focused on being happy all of the time. No, it's not like that. And it's not only focused on our feelings. it also focuses on the feelings of others and the way we make other people feel, and also the way we allow the feelings of others to affect us as human beings. That is what emotional health is all about. Now, suppressing emotions doesn't mean that you're emotionally healthy. In fact, it means otherwise. The ability to be able to project your emotions, to communicate effectively, to do that is what we call emotional intelligence. I'll be talking about emotional intelligence in my next video. Emotional health also includes feeling good about yourself. Now, it is very important for parents and parents to be the young ones to train their children to project, to express their emotions without fear, because children who grow up being able to express their emotions, they grow up and they tend to be an adult that they can project their feelings without hurting anyone. They can express their emotions effectively. So that's why it's very important. As parents, we should be able to ask our children how they are feeling. How they are really feeling from time to time. Let it become a norm. In your home, ask your children, "Oh, how are you? Can we talk? Let's have a discussion." Let them be able to express themselves. It's very good, because in the long run, those kind of children, they grow up to be adults that are emotionally intelligent. Now, let me go briefly to the components of emotional health. The very first component of emotional health is self-awareness. It's one of the very important things. Just like I said about the children, that they can express their emotions when they since when they've been young. They are aware of themselves. They know what they're capable of. They are self-aware, and that is very important in being emotionally healthy. And then self-awareness brings self-acceptance. When you are self-aware, then you can accept yourself. You won't be comparing yourself to the next person, because you've accepted yourself just the way you are. So self-awareness brings self-acceptance, and self-acceptance, it leads to self-care. And self-care, then self-care promotes the self-esteem. So these are like the component of emotional health. And I know most people didn't have that foundation. They didn't have that good upbringing. They didn't have that atmosphere of being able to express their emotions. And I would like to say that being emotionally intelligent is not necessarily something that when you don't have it, then you can't have it. No, you can train yourself. You can imbibe some of the things, and it's something you can train yourself to be. Yes. And an emotionally healthy person treats others with respect. They treat others with kindness without expecting a reward, because that is how they treat themselves. You can't expect someone that doesn't love, accept, and respect themselves to do the same to you. It starts with you first. You have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself. You have to respect yourself, because you can do the same thing to somebody else. A lot of relationships, and sorry to say marriages, are in jeopardy because one or both of the people involved, they lack the emotional foundation to actually make the relationship work. If one or both of the partners, if one or two person in a relationship, if one of them, they are not emotionally healthy, there's going to be a problem, because it's going to be a situation of one is emotionally investing, is pouring out, and instead of the other person to be to also pour out, because for a relationship to work, you have to pour in your 100%, and this has to be from the both of you. If one person is pouring the 100%, then they're going to reach an end one day, and they're going to be emotionally frustrated. But in a situation where the both of them, they are good, they're emotionally healthy, then you pour your 100%, the other person pours 100%, then you meet a balance, and everything is going to be well. But in a situation where one is pouring and not receiving, the person at the giving hand is going to reach a point where they'll be frustrated, and that may cause the relationship to end, because it's not going to work. I want to talk about something called emotional capital. Emotional capital. As we all know, life is full of challenges. If you overcome this one today, a greater one is coming tomorrow. I mean, that's how we grow. That's us as human beings. Just like I said at the beginning of this video, that emotional health is not based on being happy always. Now, there are times when you will actually be happy. Everybody encounters, their good times and their bad times. Now, emotional capital is what you build during those good times. Building your emotional capital, it helps your coping skills when things are not calm. When things are calm, when you're at peace, when everything at least is working according to plan, that is when you build your emotional capital. It's like saving for the rainy day, but this time you are saving your emotions. And one way how you can do this, is build your emotional intelligence. Quickly, let me go to the signs of emotional health. How do you know you're emotionally healthy? How do I know I'm emotionally healthy? How do you recognize someone that's emotionally healthy? The first thing into knowing that someone is emotionally healthy is they treat people well. You treat others well. Treat others well. The second thing is you like who you are. You're confident in your body. You're confident in who you are. You're flexible. You hold gratitude for your loved ones. People who appreciate people a lot, they hold gratitude for each and everybody, every person in their life. It's a sign that you're emotionally healthy. Another sign of emotional health is that you are in touch with your emotion. And the very last sign that I have here is that you value experiences more than possessions. I have come to the end of today's talk. Comment. I would like to know what you think. Like and share, and also subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching. Hello everyone, you are welcome back. It's so good to have you here again. Please tell me you have seen the video where I spoke about 5 signs to know if they love you. If you haven't, kindly click on the link above to watch. Last week, is it last week or 2 weeks ago, I started a series about mental health, and I spoke about mental health, about emotional health as well, and I said I was going to talk about emotional intelligence. So before I go into emotional intelligence, I would like to give 3 points on how to improve your emotional health before I go into emotional intelligence. So the first point, or let me say the first way to improve your emotional health, is by you learning from your mistakes. Learn from mistakes. Just like I said in one quote that is on my Instagram profile, it says that failure is an opportunity to start something afresh, but this time with experience. If you fail at something, it's an opportunity. See it as an opportunity for you to start that thing all over again, but then you know where you made a mistake, you know why you made a mistake, then you're not going to repeat it again. So that's a very good way from learning from our mistakes. And the second way to improve our emotional health is to practice forgiveness. Unforgiveness makes our emotions get stuck. So forgiveness opens room for emotions to move and flow freely. We live in a world and we get hurt. People say things that hurt our feelings. People do things, that hurt our emotions. So forgiveness should be a thing that we do consciously, because when we harbor in unforgiveness, it kind of gets our emotions stuck. So when you practice forgiveness often, it opens room for emotions to move freely and to flow freely. And the third point, which is the very topic I'm about to talk about, is be emotionally intelligent. So what is emotional intelligence? Permit me to look into my book. Okay, emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions. It doesn't end there. It goes ahead to say that in positive ways, that is the ability to understand your emotions, to use your emotions, and to manage your emotions in positive ways, to relieve stress, to communicate effectively, to empathize with others, to overcome challenges, and to diffuse conflict. I would like to go briefly into the 4 basic components of what's emotional, the key, or let me say the stronghold of which emotional intelligence is built around. And this has self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. It's so sad today that a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships break because one or the both of them are not emotionally equipped to make that thing work. I think I spoke about it in my the 2 previous videos where I was talking about emotional health, that for 2 people to work together, for a relationship to bloom, to move forward, to work, both of them should at least be emotionally healthy. So how can we be emotionally intelligent? I also said in my 2 previous videos that emotional intelligence, even though it's not something everybody has right from childhood, but it's something you can develop yourself on. It's something you can teach and train yourself to be. So how can you be emotionally intelligent? I would like to say that you can be emotionally intelligent by observing how you react to people. That's the first thing. And the second thing is examining how your actions will affect others before you take those actions. Just like I said when I was defining what emotional health means, it's not only about your emotions, it's also about the way you make other people feel, and also about the way you allow other people to make you feel. That is the basics of emotional health. And the next point on how you can be emotionally intelligent is take responsibility for your actions. Yes, we live in a world today that when a lot of people do some people do something, especially something wrong, they try to put the blame on others. No, that is not a sign of someone that is emotionally intelligent. We are all prone to make mistakes. Even if you made a mistake, you said something you're not supposed to, take responsibility for it. Taking responsibility for your actions is a very good sign, and it's a way to train yourself to be emotionally intelligent. And the last but not the least is by doing a self-evaluation from time to time. I spoke about having your alone time in my video about ambivert. One thing you can do during your alone time is to self-evaluate. Sit down, think about some things you've said. I actually do this before I sleep, and I think a lot of us should actually learn how to do it. Just take yourself back to the few hours of the day and just think about everything you've said to someone, everything you've said to people. Think about what you've done. Did you do anything to make someone happy today? Did you do anything to wrong someone? And try to mend anything wrong, or try to make amendments before you sleep. So that is what I call, or what is called, self-evaluation. Something everybody must learn how to do. I would also like to chip this in that having a high IQ, that is intelligent quotient, will take you far in life, but having a high emotional quotient, which can actually be otherwise called emotional intelligence, will take you further. A lot of people, they are good in, let me just say, they're good in their schoolwork, they're good at work, they have the brains, to do things, but they lack the emotional quotient to relate with people. And these people, because there are some things or there are some places in life that your money or even your brains will not take you. It is the connections that you have with people. It is because you know somebody that knows somebody in this place, or that is how you can get to where you want to be. So everything in life is not about having the brains, it's not about having money. It's about having the right connections with people, because the person you're seeing today, you don't know where that person will get to tomorrow and when you will need that person. So that is where emotional intelligence comes in. It is a key, in managing relationships, just like I said in the definition. Emotional intelligence is an interpersonal skill everyone must have and develop, because it is the key into communicating appropriately and effectively, and also building stronger and more meaningful relationships. That is what emotional intelligence is about, and everybody should do everything they can to be emotionally intelligent. Thank you for watching this video. In my next video, I'll be talking about the 5 groups of people you must run away from. You don't want to miss that video. Kindly like, kindly drop a comment and share, and also subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget to follow me on my social media account on Instagram, Peace Haven, and like my page also on Facebook called Peace Haven. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you again to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate the support. A few days back, on my way back from work, I was in a taxi, so I just saw this guy, just a random guy, having his t-shirts, and then they put there forgive, forget, and then they now made the give and the get bold, so it's like give to get, forgive to forget, that kind of thing. So on my way, as I was like going home, I was now thinking, like I was like just meditating on that, two words. Words are actually very powerful, and I'm actually a fan of wearing t-shirts, that speaks, or let me say that has a message to give. And in fact, I felt like dropping out of the car, telling that guy to give me the t-shirt. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. So also, few days after that, or let me say a few days ago, I was also listening to this message by Joyce Meyer, and she actually gave a scenario to giving and getting, giving to get. And then and that's just what I want to talk about. And I'm just going to give the scenario. I'm just going to explain in terms of breathing in and breathing out. So Joyce Meyer was like, for everything that you have, you're expected to give more of what you have so that you can have more. For you to have more, you're supposed to give more. So it's like give to get. And then she was like, she was like speaking to the audience, and she was like telling them that they should breathe in, like just taking hair, like breathing and then keep on breathing in. That the mechanism of breathing is you breathe in to breathe out. And it's also the same with when you give, you're also giving to get. So let's try it. Try it with me. Like just breathe in and then breathing again. Breathing again. At the point you're going to collapse. I'm not about to collapse right in front of you, or let me say, in this video, but then that's just how it is. So for everybody watching me, the key to getting more is like giving more. You want to get love, give love. You want to get money, give money. You want to get a lot of clothes, like a lot of give, so you can get. So thank you so much for watching. I plan it's not going to be a very long video, so I hope it's not as long as you were expecting. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. You're welcome to my vlog. Okay, this vlog is just 10 days of my December, the previous December. I was in Durban. Durban is a city in KwaZulu-Natal province here in South Africa, and from Durban I went to East London. East London is in the Eastern Cape province, also here in South Africa. Anyway, sit down as I take you on this ride. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Anyway, by the way, I'm back to my base. I just felt like I should just put all of these videos and pictures together just to, entertain you. enjoy it when we're taking off and we're here, but when we are coming down, oh my god, it is not a good feeling. En route to Durban, when the plane was about landing, oh my god, my ears were painful. At the point I was like, and I should have just taken bus. I should have just taken bus. Okay, thanks to everyone who saw the first part of my vlog. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And for everybody who subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. You're welcome back to my channel, and you're welcome back to the part 2 of my vlog. Yes, and this time around I'm going to be showing you, and I'm going to be sharing with you my East London experience. Anyway, first thing first, I didn't fly to East London. I went with bus. Well, the psychological aspect of me would have said maybe the fact that I didn't like the way we landed in Durban because it made my hair so painful. That was why I took the bus. But the financial aspect of me would say that it saved me some money. Yeah, baby girl needs to save some money because January was coming, and here we are in January. Anyway, thank you so much for sitting by. Stay put as I take you through my journey in East London. We just finished 6 hours. 6 hours already.
6 hours.
Don't mention the time.
Yeah. Okay, this is Pastor John.
She just arrived.
I just arrived. Yeah, thank you. This is Ola John.
Yes.
This is Marcelo.
Just now in
Crabs. This is still economics. And Zboo. Zboo, say hi, man.
Hello.
And Toko.
I'm the cricket.
Why is she picking herself? I can't believe one son of Adam will finish this food.
You believe it?
See the son of Adam.
The president don't spoil everything.
Ha! So now to eat remain now. Now that's the yeah, it's plenty. welcome back to my vlog. If you've been following the first part, the Durban part, the East London part, thank you so much. Anyway, just like you know, I'm back to my base now, but then that doesn't mean that going out should finish now. I'm sure you will agree with me. Anyway, so I went to Mountain Casino. Mountain Casino is in Sandton in Johannesburg, and I just thought that let me share it with you as well. I went to the bird garden. It was my first time being in the bird garden. I mean, seeing a lot of birds and animals. One was even walking free. I was even scared, like, yo, I hope this one will not jump on me. Anyway, stay put as I take you through my journey. Okay, it was not exactly a journey, but anyway, stay put as I take you through my experience at the Mountain Casino bird garden. Hello there, thank you for joining me again on this talk show. Today I'm going to be starting a series titled How is Your Mental Health? In a place like Africa, where mental health is one of the most important topics that suffer negligence, I would like to talk more on this topic and also to let us know some facts about it. We were raised by a generation that didn't tell us what mental health is, how it is affected, how we can maintain it. I will not blame our parents. No, there is no way I can blame the older generation for not telling us what it is, because it's a thing of the former generation. I mean, their parents also didn't tell them what it is. So it is left to us, it is left to this generation to make sure that we tell our children, our future children, what mental health is, how to protect it, how to help them maintain it, how to help them gain confidence in themselves. That being said, I would like to go briefly now into what mental health is. Today I'm going to be talking only on what mental health is, and also I'll be giving a distinction between mental health and emotional health. We need to know there's a difference between mental health and emotional health. And please watch out for more topics about this, especially on mental health. On Monday, I'm going to be talking about how we can maintain it and also what affects it. And the next Friday, I'm going to be going into what emotional health is. Now, what is mental health? According to the World Health Organization, WHO, mental health is defined as a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities. And this individual can cope with the normal stresses of life and can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. And it's quite a long and lengthy definition. That's why I'm reading it out. Anyway, in layman language, mental health can also be defined as an individual's ability to enjoy life. Yeah, that is very important. We need to really take note of that. To enjoy life and to create a balance between life activities and efforts to achieve psychological resilience. What do you mean by psychological resilience? Psychological resilience is the ability to mentally or emotionally cope with a crisis or to return to pre-crisis status quickly. A lot of things happen in life. We face a lot of challenges, a lot of stuff that I can't even begin to mention here. Now, someone who is mentally healthy can balance stress with life's activities and still enjoy it, and that is one of the signs of somebody who is mentally healthy. I would also like to mention that not everyone you see enjoy life is really enjoying it. I mean, for example, posting happy pictures. Like you go on Instagram and you say, I'm happy, happiness, I choose happiness. A lot of captions. I mean, we do read, even some of us even like put these captions on our pictures ourselves. That is not exactly a sign of somebody that is enjoying life. I mean, the people that are enjoying life, you don't see them post it on social media. You don't see them put captions as I'm enjoying life. I mean, to be realistic, the people that are really enjoying life, they are not putting it on social media. They're not telling us that they're enjoying life, but they are enjoying life. Someone who posts their happiness status on social media can in fact be unhappy. There is a high possibility that that person is not happy at all. Social media is a jungle we may all get lost in if we don't know the paths that we're treading. It's a huge, just think of any jungle in your mind right now. That is social media. There is a place for depression. The source of depression can either be mental or emotional. I'm not talking about depression today, but then I've uploaded a video, I think part 1 and part 2 about depression. You can just check it on my channel. You can just go back and just watch it. Mental health is not something we can hide for long. It shows in the way we live our life and in the way we treat others. People that are mentally unhealthy, they're like cancers. If care is not taken, they can spread their unhealthy mentality on the healthy people around them and then make everybody go sick, especially if the people around them don't even know their mental status. you just see somebody just creating bad vibes, creating negative energy around you, and you just tap into it, and then you also become mentally stable, you also become mentally unhealthy. That is how people that are mentally unhealthy, that is how they operate. They're like cancer, they spread everywhere if care is not taken. Let me quickly chip this in that there are 3 components of mental health, just like we've heard in the definition. And what are these 3 components? Number 1 is the well-being, that is the physicality of the individual. Number 2 is effective functioning of an individual. If you are not well, you cannot function effectively. The 3rd component of it is the effective functioning for the community. By community, I would like to relate to interpersonal relationships. Now, there's a difference between mental health and emotional health, and I would just like to give the distinction quickly. Mental health is how well our mind processes and understands information and experiences. In contrast, emotional health involves our ability to manage and express the emotions that arise from what we have learned and experienced. Sometimes I say that if the fact that you are mentally healthy doesn't mean you are emotionally healthy. I mean, we've seen cases in which let me even calm down. I mean, somebody broke your heart. I mean, somebody broke my heart, and then that doesn't mean I can go to work. And then we may even have seen in movies, or like even heard stories, or even seen people, go through divorce with married couple, and you still see them go to work and they still function effectively in work. That's just to let us know that the mental health hasn't in a way affected, or let me say their emotional health, hasn't in a way affected their mental health. Let's just say that mental health deals with our brain and our mind, while emotional health deals with our heart. Our brain, our mind, and our heart, they have to function effectively before we can say that we are whole as a human being. I have come to the end of today's video. Please watch out for part 2 of how is your mental health, which will be coming out on Monday. I'll be talking about what affects our mental health and also how we can maintain it. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hello there, you are welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me again. If you saw my video, the one I posted on Friday, I started a series titled How is Your Mental Health, and I said today I'm going to talk about what affects our mental health and also how we can maintain it. So, what affects our mental health? I would like to say there are 3 important factors that can and will affect our mental health, as life goes on, as we go older. And what are these 3 main factors? The first one is our upbringing and environment. The second one is our life experiences, and the third one is our genes. The way we are biologically wired. Now, we all respond differently to challenges based on these 3 important factors. So briefly, I'll be talking about some things that affect or can affect our mental health. And first one is loneliness and isolation. I would like to say there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Being alone doesn't necessarily mean that, or someone that's alone doesn't necessarily feel lonely, and somebody feeling lonely doesn't necessarily mean they are alone. Yes, there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. The second thing that can affect our mental health is grief and loss. Maybe by losing somebody close to us, a friend, close friend, family member. Everybody experiences grief in their own way and in different ways. But I would like to chip in that if a grief exceeds over 6 months, then that person needs medical and psychological consultation, medical or psychological help. Now, the third thing that can affect our mental health is domestic and family violence. The next point, or the next thing that I have here in my notes that can affect mental health is bullying. Bullying can happen to anybody. It can happen in work, it can happen in school, it can happen at work, it can happen at home, and it can happen online. This is what we call cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a type of bullying that happens online, where you get people that say a lot of bad things about somebody. All this can affect our mental health. Then sleeping problems can also affect our mental health. Somebody is not sleeping by the minimum number of hours expected for someone to sleep. This can affect that person's mental health. And the last thing that I have here that can affect our mental health is pressure. Peer pressure, social pressure, family pressure, work pressure, school pressure. This can affect our mental health. I can remember there was a time in my life a few years back that I was so under pressure. I had a lot to do at work, at school, a lot of things, and I could feel that my mental health it was affected. Don't even say it's been affected. It was really affected because of the pressure that was on me. Now, briefly, let me go to how we can maintain our mental health. The very first key into maintaining our mental health is that we must determine to be mentally healthy. So we must make up our mind to be mentally healthy. And the second thing is that we must know ourselves, know yourself, know your limits, know what sets you off. And you can know this by dedicating time to yourself, by investing in yourself, by having conversations with more intellectual people. This can help into the journey of knowing yourself. And the third thing is you have to understand that being mentally healthy is not a day job. It's not something that happens overnight. A little here, a little there, a second at a time, a minute at a time. That is how we maintain and how we stay mentally healthy. The next thing is you have to be conscious of what you allow into your environment, because whatever you allow into your environment has a greater chance of getting into your mind. And remember, I said it on Friday that mental health is about the mind and also about the brain. The next thing is guard your mental health jealously. Don't be too scared of losing anyone. Don't be too scared of letting go of anybody, any job, any environment, anything that can mess up your mental health. Next thing is you must stay connected with people that can have a positive impact in your life. About the things that I mentioned earlier that causes or that can affect our mental health, I mentioned being lonely. I mentioned loneliness. Now, a way to combat this is by staying connected with people. We are all social beings. Nobody is an island. Nobody can last on their own for long. If you see anyone that said, I've been on my own for years and just check the mental health of that person, there's something wrong mentally with that person, because nobody can stay alone for a long period of time. We are social beings. We were wired to be that way. And the last thing is choose your peace of mind over anything, anybody, any situation, any job, any environment, any material thing, anything whatsoever. Choose your peace of mind first. Your peace of mind should come first in any decision that you want to make. I have come to the end of today's talk. On Friday, I'll be going into emotional health. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you watch. Turn on your notification button. It's just there that should be on the right hand side of your screen. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe as well. Thank you. Bye. Have you ever been in a relationship, or maybe you know someone, maybe a friend, and you can't even point to a day that friend has done something important for you, or something that's to your advantage? I don't know. Okay, you don't need to answer this question, but because that's like what I'm going to talk about. You're welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you here again. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for watching me And if you've been here a couple of times, I really appreciate the loyalty, and I appreciate you counting me worthy to be watched. Yeah. So if you have any experience about that, maybe a friend, like you can't even mention one, because I have a lot of stories about. I think one day I'll just sit down like this and just share some stories. I don't know if it interests you, but at least I'll share it. But then if you have any experience like that, kindly use the comment box. I would so much appreciate it if I can read, few stories. It will be fun. If you can, like, just use the comment box, just so gist us about one of your experiences, or maybe a friend that you are always doing stuff for, but then you can't even mention one day that this friend has done something to your advantage, because there are people like that. And that is the topic for today, because today I'm going to talk about parasitic and symbiotic / mutualistic relationships. So yeah, to the science students watching me, I know you already have an idea of what I'm about to say. Parasitic relationships, they are, let me first start from the scientific definition. Parasites, they are organisms that live off another organism. Yeah, they live off another organism, and then we call the organism by which they live off the host. So what they do to the host is they eat the food meant for the host. They even sometimes they cause damage to the host, because they're living off the host. They are getting fat and the host is getting thin. Yeah, I mean, that's like the most literal way I can explain it. And I mean, I know you won't be surprised if you are like someone like me. I know some memes will be dropping to your mind like that. That is true, and it's true, because we've got people like this, people that just want to live off another person. And the opposite of it, which is a mutualistic relationship, these are friends. I mean, these are friends and people that they are there to do you good, and you are also out to do them good. And to be sincere, these are the kind of relationships that you should keep, that I should keep, so that the world will become a better place. Because to be honest, we've got a lot of parasites living, let me say, working as human beings. And we know that these things, and we know that this is very true, because yeah, we might have been in contact with one or two of these people. So I have a few points here actually on how to know, on how to identify parasitic friends, parasitic people, and how to do away. Okay, I'm not like exactly going to give you points on how to do away with them, but in the course of identifying them, you should also know that you need to do away with these people. Because just like I said about the definition of what parasites are, they live off the host and they don't care what happens to the host. Actually, they literally do not care. The moment they are done living off the host, I mean, the moment the host doesn't have anything else to offer to them, they leave and jump to another host. That is how parasites live. That is how they live their life until they die, whatever kills them. So how to identify parasitic friends? The very first thing is that they always want you to do all of the sacrifice. This reminds me of this other person that I know. I mean, she used to be my friend actually. And I noticed that whenever this friend of mine needs something, I'm always there. Like, always. And then there was one day I just sat down and I think that there was a time I needed something. I needed to go somewhere and I needed someone to escort me. I just needed something from somebody, and she was like the very first person that came to my mind. And I called her, and then excuses upon excuses. And the thing is, she always has legit excuses on why she can't do that thing, on why she can't give me that thing, on why she won't be available. There's always an excuse. That is how they are. And why do they give this excuse? So that they'll be able to come back tomorrow to ask for something from you, to still continue living off you until they're finally done. So the second way as well on which you can identify these parasitic friends is that they are not always available when you need them. Yeah, exactly the example I just gave. They are not always something will come up. And it's not as if, okay, I am of this opinion that you must always come first. I mean, your mental health matters, your emotional health matters, your physical health matters, everything about you matters. I mean, it should be you first. Let me say God, then you, before anybody else. That is how you can have peace, how you can be happy when you're not putting anybody else. Well, I don't know if that's legit, but I think you matter. I think that's the points I'm trying to bring out here, like you matter. And actually understand that part, but there's actually a thin line, like a very thin line between you loving yourself and you being selfish. the line is very thin. I mean, just one deviation and you're already being selfish because you're always putting yourself first. And these parasitic friends, they are always making excuses on why they won't be available, why they can give you, why they can do things for you, things that you can do for them, don't forget. And then the third thing is that they are only there on days that they need you. On days when maybe you remember one time that, oh, we were together this day, oh, there was a reason why she was with you or he or she was with you, and it was because of what he or she needs. Yes, they are always there when it suits them, when it's to their advantage, not necessarily yours. And another thing is they are not interested in things that interest you. Everything you guys do together is always the idea, always the opinion, always what they want to do, because they don't care about what interests you. The only thing that matters to them is what interests them, and so far you are there, that's fine. And another thing is they know little about you, but you know almost everything about them. It's just like lies. I don't know, we know lies that is usually on here. Like we usually know, like the company, we know lies, we know they're like this, we know they're like that. But these lies, okay, I don't know, because I don't know how they think, but I doubt if they know a bit. The only thing they know about their host body is that they feed off the host. That's the only thing they know. So we just know that you know practically a lot about them, but they don't know much about you. That's another point. And another thing, another way to identify this kind of people is that they discard your ideas and their opinion. They don't want to know what you think. So far it is I mean, the only thing that matters to them is their ideas and how their opinion and how you can fit into their own idea and their own opinion. So I just have this few points just to identify, I mean, just to identify parasitic friends. And then the mutualistic one, they are this kind of friendship that you benefit from each other. Yeah, nobody is there because they want to benefit or anything and stuff, because you give, I take, you give, I take, and that is how it should be. Thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, I would appreciate if you share. Don't forget to like, don't forget to use the comment box, especially for the question I asked earlier. If you want to, okay, the question was that have you been in any relationship, whether romantic, whether friendship or mutual relationship, where you are always doing stuff for them but you can't remember one thing they have done for you? I really want to hear stories like this, so use the comment box. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your loyalty. Thank you so much. I'll be back again with another video. See ya. Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you here again. Okay, I think I need to do away with that cliche though. I need to start greeting you guys with some, I don't know, in another way, you know, like Salbona. I don't know if I'm getting it right, but I think so. And those people, my own people from Nigeria, you know, yes. Okay, that's just like to welcome you here. I just want to use this medium to thank everyone that has subscribed to this channel, and the ones that will still subscribe. I'm thanking you in advance. And if you're yet to watch my previous videos, kindly do so and share them and like and comment. And if you have any question to ask or anything, the comment box is for you. So in the previous video, the one where I invited my friends to, and we talked about how to make their last with you, some people kind of queried me that I was the only one that didn't introduce myself, that they don't know who I am. That I was like, okay, in my next video I'm going to introduce myself so that you people will know who I am. Anyway, introducing to you, Toluwanimi Odeni. And today I'm going to be talking about personality / character issues. The difference between personality and character issues. The things we do doesn't exactly define who we are. I mean, there's a difference between who we are and what we do. And personality is who we are. What we do is kind of our character, is the way we react to things, the way we behave. Our behavior is our character. And the main thing that usually like causes issues in relationships, even in friend-to-friend relationships, is not exactly personality issues. They have character issues. And these character issues can be anger, jealousy, envy, stubbornness, dominance, you know, like all of these petty things that we do. And because we all know that nobody is perfect, and that's why like we see all of this behavior in people, but I'm just trying to let us know that those things, they are just character, they're just things that we do, and there are things that we can change about ourselves, because as a human being you can change another human being. I think most of us know that by now. Even if you don't like the way they behave, you can call them and tell them, see, I don't like how you did this, I don't like, but that's all we can do. We can't like change them unless they want to be changed. Now, personality is more about who we are, more about what we are made of, kind of our genetic components. Yes, more like our temperament. You see someone that's so outgoing, that can talk a lot, like me, and you see some people that are just so quiet. They are just there, unless you pull them out of their shell. That's where you can like see them out in the open. That is personality. And most times what we need to focus on, especially in us choosing who we are going to spend the rest of our life with, is not exactly okay, I know how they behave makes a lot of sense, but when it comes to compatibility, it has a lot to do with personality. Now, this doesn't leave this doesn't leave the issue of maybe you see someone that is so angry and then you feel like you can manage that person. No, it goes back to the time when I said someone will change if they want to change, and this is because we can change the way we behave. We can change the way we react to things. We can't exactly change who we are. That means we can change our character, but we can't exactly change our personality. There's actually a space of somebody like you meeting an introvert that admires an extrovert and wants to be like him or be like her. Not that person is changing his or her personality, but there are ways you can imbibe some characters from an opposing temperament. Okay, I'm not going into temperament now. I'm just going to focus on the character/personality issues. So now, personality issues they are kind of things that, because if you are not compatible with somebody, then it means that you have personalities that clashes. You have a personality that cannot agree on one thing, and that is a problem. So let's just say that the goal of a good relationship should be finding someone that is compatible when it comes to personality with you and that has a good character. Yeah, finding a compatible personality and finding someone with a good character, because good character, then it comes from someone being kind, someone being hospitable. Those are things, because our behavior is what we do. Also, behavior, let me say, things we do, it can actually stem from who we are, and it's a thing of, you can decide not to be angry at a situation. You can decide not to get jealous. You can decide not to be dominant. You can decide not to be stubborn. But you can't exactly decide not to be an extrovert. You can't decide not to be an introvert, because it is inborn, because that is how you were made. How you were created, let me put it that way. So yeah, so this video is just kind of to let us realize that when we do some things, sometimes we shouldn't just come up and say, that is who I am. No, that is not who you are. You can change. Don't just come out and say that I'm hungry. No, that is not who you are. You can change. There are people who have like anger issues, like serious outbursts, and today they are like the calmest person that you can ever know, the calmest person that you can ever meet. That is the power of behavior. Let me say, that is the power, or that's the kind of power that we have. We can change the way we react to things. We can change the way we behave and the way we react, but we can exactly change who we are. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've learned something. I just hope so. And if that's the case, kindly like, kindly share, and if you are not subscribed, kindly do so. Thank you so much. I'll be back again with something else that is going to be interesting to you. Thank you.